guys, this is JustHitSquare, and welcome back to another Destiny 2 gameplay video. Today, guys, we're going to be going over the final thoughts of the Dawning, and yes, the Dawning ain't over, but I can give you my final thoughts. It didn't take long to get the final thoughts on this. Alright, so if you watched one of my latest videos, I did talk about Eververse and the downfall of Bungie and their Destiny or whatever that's going to be happening if they do not fix something. And it was more or less, it was kind of a rant video, but it's pretty much talking about how I feel. And the community spoke a lot about it as well. But here in this video, I'm going to be talking about the Dawning, the event, the Christmas event, and talking about it and pretty much just giving you my thoughts and what you can expect to what I thought about what there was to be able to do in it, and hopefully what I hope does stay and things like that. First and foremost, we're going to run over what was introduced into it, and you can see that the tower is kind of snowy. There's snowballs, and the farm is pretty much the same way. There's things in the farm that you can get behind and throw snowballs at people and things like that. And you get frostbite, and you can only move so slow and stuff like that. It's pretty cool. It's good. It's a new addition to the game we haven't really had before. If you go into strikes and stuff like that, and on other planets, you're going to have things as well. That's things like that too. And you can see right here that well, if I can get in here, I can't remember how to get in here. But you can see that inside there you have a hockey court like type deal. And I'm not really for sure how to get in there because, to be honest, guys, I haven't really ever tried to get in there. But you can see that you could possibly uh, get in there and do that, and people would have fun with that. But like I said, on the planets, you're going to have snowballs, and you can hit the enemies. In the strikes, you can do the enemies too, and yes, they can make pretty good damage. There is even a emblem that Ikora gives you that keeps up with the amount of kills you do have with snowballs. So that's pretty cool, and the emblem's pretty badass too. I like it as well. Now, as far as the gear and everything, there is 3 class items that did come with a gear. That's for one for each class, or one for each class, and you get them by the gifts like you do schematics. So the way I've seen it is you pick up a gift from Ikora. I'll go to her right now. You pick up a gift from her, and then you do a schematic. It could be like go on this planet and kill so many enemies, and then or collect so much materials on this planet and stuff like that, and you could do that, and you'd be able to get a gift, and it has like a bow wrapped around it. It wouldn't be an engram, it's like a gift, and you get it from right here, and it it would be for different people. It could be for Ikora, it could be for Cade, it could be for Zavala, it could be for the NPCs that's on the other planets, stuff like that. And that way you could take it back to them. They say a few words, and then they're going to give you an item, and it's usually something like shader, sparrow, ship, a ghost, and it could be a actual class item for whatever class you have. And it's pulled from a different loot table than from Eververse herself, from what she has. And there's not a full set that comes out as far as I do know. And also from the schematics, you can get the sword that's exclusive from that in that loot pool. And it is a weapon, of course, the sword. But every day that will reset for you to do at 11 a.m. Now, of course, the Dawning was lasting. It lasts always 3 weeks, and of course, when you see this video, it will still be going on into January. But also, each week, you will have a mission for each character that you can do that you can earn up to 3 engrams, one on each character that I do remember and know of, and turn them into tests, and you're able to get what's out of her loot table. And that by far can tell you right now that there's no way you can get all of the gear. If you just lucky as hell, you get 3 pieces, okay? But there's 5. So that means you'd have to buy the other 2. But we're going to go ahead and talk about her right quick. In her loot table alone, there is 62 items. There's one exclusive to this package. And there's 21 more that is old that's in these engrams that we already could get from season 2. So in total there is 82 or 3 or so in that vicinity. And that you can get. So when you pop a engram from her that is the Dawning engram, then you will have a chance at a 80 something that you can get what you're looking for. And trust me when I say that the gear is going to be the harder part to get. And you can see that these by the star on them, they rotate out. And that right now, as of the video has been made, you could buy the chest piece and the leg armor, which together would cost you uh, 2,000 bright dust, and that's crazy because Bungie did say that they would rotate these out in order for everybody to be able to get all the gear on each character by bright dust if you wanted to be able to try to do that. So uh, therefore you can be able to do that. And but anyways, so 9 engrams and the total of the Dawning being around, that's 3 on each that you're going to be able to get. That's from her. Now you can earn one gift on each character each day on reset, the daily reset for each character. So that would be a total of 21 on each character before the Dawning is over. And that way you could hopefully get 21 different items from this, from the loot table that is not from Everest, just for the separate loot table, which is, in my opinion, a shitty ass way of doing it. They should have put the loot table from Eververse through that before you could have a chance as well. Now, what is my opinion on the Dawning? It is really not the Dawning. I think it's called the spending. That's what it should be called. If anybody remembers in D1, you had missions and stuff that you could do for the Dawning and all these other seasonal events and stuff like that you could do that you could get certain items and things like that. And to be honest, they should implement that into the seasonal events and all these other things with Eververse in Season 2. Whatever seasons come along enables us to be able to get more items instead of having to work our ass off for the XP to get that and then only have a chance out of way too many items that's in that loot table to begin with. But my opinion on the Dawning is it's it's something new or not new, but it's something that's here, but it's not something that I care about. Uh, it's not something that's going to keep me busy because now that I found out that that loot table is not really what Eververse has, there's not really a point of even doing it because I don't care about any of the loot that's in that table. So I don't even care about doing it anymore. And that's really sad because I've lost my will to do it. Even when the weekly reset comes and you can get an engram from her, I might do it just because I'm looking for a specific piece of gear, but it's still ridiculous of doing it, you know. And my wall art looks pretty badass, I know. But yes, my final thoughts on the Dawning is that it's not nothing any new. It's the same microtransaction, Eververse fueled shit that we've had to go through ever since Destiny 2 has became a thing. And I wish they would do something about it, change it, get it over with. I'm tired of dealing with it. I love Destiny 2 as a core, as a whole, but I do not like the fact that Eververse is the biggest part of what Destiny 2 apparently is about. But uh, I would say if you see this video and you're like, well, I was wanting to know what it's about. Don't even waste your time. There's no point even coming on and playing this. Just if you've taken a break from Destiny 2, then continue to take the break, make it longer. There's no point of coming back. There's still nothing here. They haven't changed their money greedy ways. But this is me making a video about it, and I guess people are really supposed to try to veer you to come back to Destiny 2. But when there's nothing here to come back to, there's no point of coming back. But anyways, guys, hopefully you did enjoy the video. If you did, give it a thumbs up. I'd give a rating out of 10. The Dawning is more like a 2.5. It is really, really bad business. So hopefully Bungie will get their head out of their ass and do something good come January. Anyways, guys, if you're new to the channel, consider subscribing. And if you're if like I said, click on notifications so you never miss another one of my videos. And this has been JustHitSquare, and I will see you guys next time.